There we go. It's connecting.
There we go.
Hey, brother, what's going on?
Hey, I hit the right button for once.
Uh,
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, brother. I'm doing great.
Good,
Guys, we
good.
got about 3 minutes. Continue to tap the screen and share the live. Let's get as many people in here and interested as possible. You guys are in for a treat today. My brother, Jeremy Rowe, is in the house. Um, if you're not following him and you're in here, then you're going to want to follow this man. I promise you. Tap that screen, share the live. What is a fun kit? What is that? Weird. I just saw it popped up. Fun kit. I don't know.
idea,
All
man.
this new stuff on TikTok's crazy,
It's
man.
getting wild.
It is getting wild.
I don't understand it, man. I was so resistant to TikTok for the longest time, and
I know. I know, bro.
I still don't get it all.
I came in and tried to support you as much as I could too when you first
You
started the
did, man.
TikTok thing. I was like, "Come on, Jeremy's on TikTok. Let's go.
I appreciate that.
Let's go."
I refuse to do X.
I'm not a fan of Twitch.
I won't do it.
I don't like Twitch.
Me neither. Me neither.
And you know what's funny, dude, is most of the musicians that I've met on there have done nothing, but they act like they're the greatest thing. It's like
That that's about ninety
no
percent
no
of the
humbleness at
population.
all. No humbleness at all, man. Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying the majority of them over there.
Sure.
And a friend of mine warned me about that too. All right, guys, it is 5 o'clock on the dot. We're going to get this thing going. Welcome to Red Dirt Disciple Live. We are celebrating Men's Health Awareness Month this month. No Shave November. If y'all can't tell, this thing's getting really thick. And I don't really like it this thick. So,
It's a real man beard.
but anyways, it is what it is. Jeremy Rowe, welcome in, brother. It's good to see
Uh,
you, man.
Thanks. Good to see you, man.
It's
I can't grow a beard like that, so I just got this patchy stuff going
well, not all of us can be not all of us can be, Vikings and Scottish and
on. Right, man. The genes missed me, man.
I guess
I don't
so,
like
man. I
beard.
guess so. All right, brother. All right, man. So, this month I've been contributing the whole month to Men's Health Awareness. I've been doing a little bit of a tribute to Brace Irons.
Nice.
Brace Irons was my mentor in the media industry and he helped me learn how to do a lot of voiceover work and stuff like that. So, and was the one that pushed me to keep going when I was ready to give it
Cool.
all up. So I kind of in a sense, I'm carrying on his legacy through this podcast in a way, just because I don't feel like that if it wasn't for him pushing me, I wouldn't be doing it right now. I wouldn't have ever even
Sure.
came up with the idea to do it. So, very appreciative of him, miss him. And, but, what I like to do normally, Jeremy, and it's up to you entirely, is, I kind of usually like to kick us off with a song.
Yeah, let's do
But
that.
before we do that, man, let's talk a little bit about, just real quick, like you came on the scene in what, 2001 or 2021,
2019.
19,
19, I
2019?
think. That's when I started
Yeah, 20.
kind of
Yeah, I
getting
meant I
out
meant
there.
2021, but yeah, 2019. I was close.
Yeah.
So I just said 2001. It came out wrong. 2021 is what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Right. So
I kind of
2019.
started writing in 2019 and did my first couple of open mics
Yeah.
local in Oklahoma, and then uh, kind of got a good response. So then that encouraged me to keep going out and doing more open mics, and then I started getting asked to do shows around the city, and I was totally not prepared, for that. So I had to hurry up and learn a lot of
Yeah.
songs real quick, and because most gigs are cover gigs,
Yeah.
and
Right. Right.
so started learning how to play cover songs, and while learning how to write my own songs, yeah, and then had a couple of my own songs kind of take off in 2020, 2021.
I'm gonna have to disconnect from this computer. I don't know what's going on tonight. Yeah,
Somebody Skyping you.
yeah, exactly. And they shouldn't be, not at this time of day. Uh,
But yeah, man.
but
So that 2021 is when songs kind of started taking off for me, and things started happening, and getting my own shows rather than playing all the cover gigs and that kind of thing. So
Yeah, yeah. I've watched you grow from the beginning, and it's been pretty amazing to watch and be a part of. So we'll go into that a little bit later, but
sure.
why don't you kick us off with what started it all, man?
Okay. I will.
He knows what I'm talking about. For all you Jeep people, you're in for a treat if you ain't heard this.
Good. For the Jeeple. Spending late nights in the shop. My bank account's drained, but I'm getting new shocks. And I'm hoping that she'll be ready for tomorrow's parade. I ain't got time for no masquerades. Putting in work so that I can go play. Just waiting for the weekend, and I pray it comes quick. It's a Jeep thing. Let's take a ride, then you'll understand. We'll get some wind in your hair, you'll forget to care. Top down with your hands in the air. It can be red, green, or blue, whatever color will do. Only thing to be said for me and you is it's a Jeep thing. Yeah, it's a Jeep thing. Yeah, I can help pull at your truck. Might get a little muddy, but we'll never be stuck. Don't matter the time, and we ride rain or shine. She may not turn on a dime, but she'll never back down from a steep incline. Let's hit a trail, and I'll show you real quick. It's a Jeep thing. Let's take a ride, then you'll understand. Get some wind in your hair, you'll forget to care. Top down with your hands in the air. It can be red, green, or blue, whatever color will do. Only thing to be said for me and you is it's a Jeep thing. Yeah, it's a Jeep thing. Whoa, we ain't all just gears and lights. We will for those in the fight of their lives. You grab your beer, your whiskey, go on, let's kick up some mud and we'll have a good time. Well, here's why. It's a Jeep thing. Let's take a ride, then you'll understand. We'll get some wind in your hair, you'll forget to care. Top down with your hands in the air. It can be red, green, or blue, whatever color will do. Only thing to be said for me and you is it's a Jeep thing. Yeah, it's a Jeep thing. It's a Jeep thing. Yeah, it's a Jeep thing. There you go.
You guys don't know it. Jeremy Rowe is a member of the Oklahoma Opera here. Actually got to spend some time with him. He was working the soundboard a couple weeks ago when I met Miss Callie Sickler and a few others. And Callie has joined the RDD family. She's in the network and helping her push her stuff as well. But man, that song brings back some memories, bro, because I remember when you released that, man, and it was shortly after you released it. It's like it's time to do a music video, and you hit me up, and you're like, hey, bring Okie Rebel Jeeps out. For those that don't know, I used to own a Jeep club, Okie Rebel Jeeps. I still have the brand Okie Rebel. But Okie Rebel Jeeps is no more. But nonetheless, I'm still heavily involved in the Jeep community. And we went out to Twin Mountains Off-Road Park down in Quinton, Oklahoma, and we shot a music video for Jeep thing. Man, it was a great time. So much fun. I remember that day like it was yesterday, man.
Man, it seems like forever ago.
It does seem like forever ago, man, but it was so much fun, man. It was so much fun.
Hey, I got to ask you, is the audio okay? Guitar and all that?
Yeah, everything sounded great. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So let's ask the follower, for the viewers here. How's the sound? Give us a thumbs up. The sound did that song sound great, guys? Let's go. So we got a special guest hanging around in the crowds here, Mr. Mike G from Frank's Jeeps. So he's hanging out listening to what's going on, but so. Just real quick, Jeremy, before we kind of get into the interview, man, let's what does men's health mean to you? Like the month of November, kind of reflecting on what we can and can't do as men to keep our physical and mental health at bay. What does that mean to you?
Well, means a lot more to me today than it ever has. I think, getting a little bit older. I'm 35 now. I've definitely put a lot more emphasis on it in the last 6 months than I have ever, I think, in my adult life.
Yeah.
I struggled with some mental health issues when I was younger. And even thoughts of suicide and stuff like that. So I understand how you can get to that place, and what it took for me to get out of that place. And then even struggled with it a little bit earlier in my adult life. And through the grace of God, I'm still here.
Yeah.
But even more so now, fast forwarding into my, the last year, 6 months of my life, really just leaning into, my faith and my family, and putting away the things that I know aren't conducive,
right,
to having solid mental health.
Yeah.
I quit drinking back in April. And
Nice.
Yeah, it's just been amazing.
Yeah.
I know that's not for everybody, but for me, it's been liberating. I was a heavy drinker for about 5 years, and so I didn't think I could stop, but I stopped and haven't picked it back up, and now I can't see myself drinking ever again. Not to say that I won't ever, but I just.
How does music play into that? Like, I mean, is it a big part of your healing process and your sobriety, or?
Yeah, well, it was a part of my, big part of my mental health and healing process after going through divorce. So
yeah,
that's really why I started writing music.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't writing before that.
Right.
So yeah, early 2019 is when I wrote my first song, and I've had plenty of inspiration from that event, to write about, and then coming back full circle, now I have an amazing wife and family, and so they supply all my content now. All the stuff I write about is for and about them now. So yeah, leaning into taking care of my my physical body by not drinking anymore, and I've been working out. Trying to get rid of the old dad bod a little bit.
Yeah.
And yes, just focusing on the things that are good for me rather than not good for me, and definitely still having the outlet of music.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's helped tremendously.
Yeah. Well, so now that you mentioned it, you have to play that song now. Dad bod.
Oh, Dad bod song. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of fitting for like physical health, right? Like, I mean.
I wrote that because I was struggling at the time with, what do I do? Do I keep eating pizza and just embracing it? And
Dude, I love how musicians. I've always everybody that talks to me knows me. As far as where I've been and what I've done, and with the radio station and stuff, and being involved in the Underdog Show and being so close to a lot of our local artists back in the day is where I really developed my passion for what I'm doing now. And so it never ceases to amaze me how you guys. I love artists. I love musicians, and for whatever reason I can relate to you guys 100%. When a lot of people can't. Like, a lot of people are like, musicians are kind of weird. We
can be.
You can be, right, but I get it. I understand it. Like, I relate to you guys, and
we're all a little weird.
Yeah, we're all a little crazy. Just how much crazy are we?
How much are we gonna show?
Yeah, right. So I just love the fact how you guys use your life experiences and your pain and things to develop what comes out in what we call music. Man, it's great. I love it.
That's why I struggle writing for other people sometimes, because if I haven't gone through it, it's hard for me to relate to it.
Yeah. So. Real quick, guys, I want to remind everybody that my sponsor, Coffee Bean Vet, has a giveaway for this live. So if you guys see the live goal up here of 50 of the on lives, once we reach that goal, the top gifter above and beyond that will receive a free gift, a free package from coffeebean.vet. And while Jeremy's doing this next song, I'll post a picture of that so you can see what it looks like and what you're getting.
Best coffee.
It is so good. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Roast. I bought a bag from him at the farmer's market a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
It's great, man. And he's actually just launched a new, like, it's a dark roast, like solid dark, not a dark, medium dark. It's a dark roast. And he has, it is specifically for one specific vet nonprofit that he's donating to from that coffee. I'll have to get the information. He just kind of was spilling it out to me the other day a little bit over the phone.
Right.
But
Chris,
yeah.
right?
Huh?
Is his name Chris?
Yeah, Chris Warner. Yes, yeah, Chris Warner.
I remember meeting him and trying his coffee at the farmer's market. And I wasn't planning on buying any, but then I tried it. I was like, oh my gosh. Yes, I'll pay $16 for that little bag.
Did you have any idea that he was in the Jeep community at that time?
I didn't know that till just now.
Oh, really? So he's actually the one that did the original Red Dirt Jeeps logo for Bug. He was the and he was the one that sold off that business to the people who run Red Dirt Jeeps now.
Okay, yeah, I had no idea.
So yeah. So guys, this is your package you'll be getting in the mail right there.
I get that sticker right there that wake up and smell the coffee.
That's right. You even get a little Red Dirt Disciple sticker right there with this package. So you guys go out, grab up those on live airs. You know what? I'll make this simple for you guys. I'm gonna edit that, and we're gonna make it simple. If we can do,
Kentucky. I'm in Kentucky right now.
let's do 20 of those instead of 50. Why did it not save? Confirm. There we go. Let's do 20 of the on live air. Let's do 20 of those. That's a little more reasonable. And then above and beyond that, we'll get this package in the mail. A bag of coffee, the coffee cup, tumbler, and looks like 3 stickers. One of them's Red Dirt Disciple sticker. So Jeremy's got a new song not a new song. It's been out a little while, but Jeremy's got another song for us. Talks a little bit about men's health. Let's go.
Oh, man. The Dad Bod song. This shirt don't fit like it used to, and I need another notch on my belt. If you're looking for a six-pack, muscled up kind of man, better look somewhere else. Yeah, I could stand to lose a few pounds before right now. I'm working on my dad bod. Oh my God, ain't gotta be hungry to eat. Hot dog, it's a full-time job, living good when you're with me. Yeah, like a cold beer with my pizza. I like my tacos and tequila. You only live once, so I do what I want, and I wanna keep working hard on my dad bod. Girl, what you need, I got it. Whatever kind of craving you have, you ain't gotta walk or look too far, 'cause baby, I'm your snack. I don't know if you heard, but you ain't the only one with curves. Yeah, I got dad bod, oh my God, ain't gotta be hungry to eat. Hot dog, it's a full-time job, living good when you're with me. Yeah, I like a cold beer with my pizza. I like my tacos and tequila. You only live once, so I do what I want, and I wanna keep working hard on my dad bod. If you want one, don't get jealous. Just come hang out with the fellas. We'll get you a dad bod. Oh my God, ain't gotta be hungry to eat. Hot dog, it's a full-time job, living good when you're with me. Yeah, like a cold beer with my pizza. I like my tacos and tequila. You only live once, so I do what I want, and I wanna keep working hard on my dad bod. What's up, Black Wolf? On my dad bod.
Let's go. Let's go. Dude, I laughed so hard when you released that song, man. I laughed so hard. I
don't take myself
that was
too
weird.
seriously.
How do I? You know what? If we do take ourselves too seriously, then we're just too serious in life. So, you know what I'm saying?
Roll with,
You gotta roll with it. So,
It's funny singing about alcohol now, though. It's like, I don't drink anymore.
You know
But
what? It's Wyatt has the same problem. Like Wyatt
yeah,
told me that when he kind of turned his life around, he's like it's just not the same. Like
it's not
singing
the
about
same.
drinking is not the same.
And I almost like just stopped completely. I almost didn't release a couple of songs because they, mentioned alcohol and drinking. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, um, maybe it'll still speak to somebody at that moment wherever they're at in their life,
Right.
and then they'll
Yeah.
see later on that I don't drink anymore. And I don't know, maybe it'll be an encouragement that
Yeah.
they can stop. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Who knows? That's fair. I'll keep putting out whatever whatever I write, and we'll see what happens.
Let's go with it, man. I love it.
Thanks, Seth.
So, aside, I act like I don't know you because I do, but I'm going to act like I don't and just ask you some questions for the listeners today. What made you want to become a musician?
My mom was a singer when I was a little boy. She sang in church like a freaking angel. And it was back when churches had big choirs. They don't really have that very much anymore. But
Yeah.
and we were soulful, man. And my mom, she can sing, and so I just loved listening to her and all the music coming from the church that we were a part of when I was a kid, and started learning how to mimic her and
Right.
learning how to sing harmony. And then I found Boys to Men. And I was like,
Okay.
good night. There's people that can sing like this. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Right.
And then, I grew up on country music and from what I heard in the church, and then Boys to Men, and just fell in love with music altogether. So I joined choir as young as I could. I think I was in sixth grade. And then when I was 14, decided I wanted to try to play an instrument. So I had a neighbor of mine actually buy me a guitar. And that just kind of... It's just kind of how it started. Just kind of one thing steamrolled into the other. But it started with my mom.
That's awesome, man. I had no idea your mom was a musician. That's
She
great.
still sing too, man.
So-
She still sing. I bring her up on stage every once in a while when she comes to shows.
I guess I need to catch a show that she's at, man. I'd love to hear
Yeah.
her sing. I'd love to hear her sing, man. That'd be awesome. I plan on trying to get out more and hitting more local shows within the year. A lot of things popping off, man. Even since the Saturday that I saw you Saturday night at the Oklahoma Opry, so much has happened, bro. So I'll fill you in on that later. But you've already accomplished a lot in a short amount of time, man. I've watched you grow, and it's been amazing watching you grow and the things that you're doing. And I feel like a big brother, man. I'm so proud, man. But what accomplishments do you see yourself achieving in the next, say, 5 to 10 years?
Man, just being a better husband and dad. That's the only thing I care about, honestly.
God, I love
Whatever
that.
happens in music is secondary.
Yeah,
So that's my main focus.
that's great, man. I love it.
I've kind of got to the point where I can say no, and I do the shows I want to do, and not having to say yes to everything. And so I'm not accomplishment driven when it comes to the music industry. Whatever happens. I'm going to keep putting out music. I'm going to keep playing the shows I want to play, and whatever doors those might open, then cool. But I already, if it all came crumbling down tomorrow and nobody listened to another song of mine, I feel very accomplished and blessed to be where I'm at. And I don't really have, at this point, I don't really have any music-driven goals. I just want to spend time with my family, my
I got
kids,
you.
especially while they're young.
Yeah,
Whatever I can do on the side is what I'm going to do on the side.
It's great watching your videos when you're playing, and especially when he was just crawling. But your baby boy, just like, when he heard that guitar playing, man, he just come out of nowhere, dude. It was so great, so funny.
That video got like 2 million views or something.
Dude, that's crazy, isn't it?
I was like, wow.
It's uh-oh, we got a special guest. Oh man.
Mike?
Oh man. I should have turned my invites off.
I see an icon. I don't see the man.
You tap on your tap down at the bottom that says more, and you should be able to turn your camera on.
There he is. What's up, brother?
How's that?
Oh, it's Big Frank. What? Big Frank's in the house, y'all. If y'all don't know this guy right here, if you got to know, you got to be a member of Frank's Jeeps to know this guy right here. This is Big Frank, y'all.
Hey, everybody. Hey, I got to tell you something about old Jeremy. I met him one night. It was in December. It was almost 2 years ago, maybe 3. It was a while ago. I met you down there at that haunted hotel downtown OKC. What was that called?
Oh, yeah, it's called the Skirvin.
The Scurvy.
Yeah, man, I seen him, and his hair was short then. It's not all long and pretty like it is now. I'll tell you what. Man, we gave each other the biggest hug.
Yes, sir. I'm a hugger.
Woo, buddy.
So was Big Frank, apparently.
Hey, I've seen this guy play a few shows, and I like watching old Jeremy. He all right in my books.
Bet you do.
I mean, I'm not going to be upset about his little baby blue Jeep he's got. It's pretty and all.
She ain't little no more.
I know it ain't little. It's big.
That big?
I miss you. Well, you want to see how big my Jeep is?
You ain't got no Jeep.
Oh, I got a Jeep. I got it right here.
Toy. Watch.
I got it right here.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yep.
Oh, Big Frank. Big Frank. Hey, when you going to get you another Jeep and come on out with the big boys?
I got a 67 CJ5, buddy.
We know. We know.
You know its name? It's Dingleberry.
Yeah, Dingleberry. Yeah.
Gosh,
I need a song for that Jeep, Dingleberry.
you want to get it from me?
Mixed
Well,
with
hey.
some Oil blues.
I'm tied in with a bunch of artists, Big Frank. I'll see what I can do. We'll see if we can get you a song for Dingleberry.
I met a guy last night that could probably write that song. His name is Easy Mark. Look him up.
Kind of like Easy.
Seriously,
Like Easy.
look him up. Easy Mark. Met him at a bar in
If it was E Mark, it'd be Easy M.
Cincinnati, a place called Motor Pub. We were playing an open mic last night, and that dude's
Right on.
got some funny songs. So yeah, check him out.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Had
it.
on some rhinestone boots and a shiny shirt. I was like, man,
That's my kind of guy.
I gotta up my game. Easy Mark out here showing everybody up.
Listen, boys, my wife's yelling at me. My
Yeah,
kids are crying.
You better
And I
go,
gotta-
Big Frank.
I got to go cook dinner, do laundry, and whatever else I'm told to do.
Well, why don't you show everybody what you show everybody the wave, Jeep
Keep
wave.
waving like a dork.
All right, Big Frank, love you, buddy.
Don't
We'll
just
see
do
you,
a
man.
little- Whatever. Keep waving like a dork.
See you, man.
See you, buddy. Love you.
Love you.
Hey, get out of this stupid thing.
I got you.
Wow.
Sorry, man. I set you
You
up.
know what you're gonna get.
I set you up.
It's all good, Frank.
Yeah. I set you up. Big Frank. Everybody, so Mike Gonzalez it plays a big role in Frank's Jeeps, and he does a character, Big Frank, and that was him, guys. He does morning videos and stuff like that, and he's kind of had some stuff in life that's kind of put him, to the side of doing that stuff, and slowly but surely, Okie here's been drawing him out. So, but yeah, appreciate you entertaining that, brother, for sure. Guys, check it out. If I don't hit this goal up here, there's no free coffee. I have to hit that goal. The gift will go to next week's interview. You got to hit that goal and above and beyond. So, Jeremy, man, I got one more question for you before you play another song, buddy.
Sure.
And but to go back into what you were saying, man, I think I think that's one of the things that I've always respected about you, man, is like it's God and family first, man. And I totally respect that, and I appreciate you answering that question the way you did, because it was just totally honest and truthful. And I would love to see you hit the big stage one of these days and be on tour and everything. But you're right, man. You don't want to miss out on your family. You don't want to miss on your kids growing up and stuff like that. So,
and I've seen over the last couple of years what it takes to be that guy.
Yeah.
And I've got friends on the way, but that's not me. I can't be that guy that's on a bus 250 days out of the year. So unless God sees another way, that ain't me.
I hear you. I hear you.
Putting out music and playing the shows that I want to play. Go from there.
So do you have? I mean, outside of, I mean, well, I already know this, but nobody else does maybe. So outside of music, do you have any other hobbies outside of music?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm part of the Jeep community and love going off-roading as much as I can. It's expensive. So, you gotta do what you can when you can. You break something and you're going to pay for it again and again. So there's that. And then I do like to do a little woodworking from, time to time.
All right. That's one thing I didn't know. Well, see, you learn something new every day.
There you go. I like building furniture and cabinets, just practical things that I can use around the house that I refuse to pay, for at the store.
we're gonna have to talk, because I dabble a little bit in that myself. It's kind of relaxing, man. It really is.
I found pretty quickly you gotta have a hobby outside of your hobby when it starts earning you a little bit of money, because that changes the rules.
It does.
So you gotta have a hobby outside of the hobby.
It does. It becomes more like a job, and you definitely 100%. I agree, man.
Yeah. So here recently, I've been learning how to flip furniture. Like actually reclaim and
my wife and I've done some of that.
Finish it and try to let it go. Or I say that I've kept everything that I've refinished.
We had that problem too, and then we were like,
throwing money away.
We're gonna have to start selling some of this because we're running out of room for it.
Same boat, man. Same boat right now.
That's funny, man.
In marketplace looking for something else. Like, what else can I refinish?
I can't figure this thing out, man. Last week we had 800 people in here.
Yeah.
And
wow.
It's crazy. And then the second I posted somebody's Cash App above their head,
you told
it went down. Like all the followers went down. Like, it was.
It is, man.
Yeah. So let me change this live goal, man. And while I'm doing that, won't you hit us with another song, brother?
I can do it. This one's something I say to my wife all the time. Anytime I'm getting ready to leave for a show or for work or whatever. Love you, miss you, can't wait to kiss you. And so, of course, I had to write a song about it.
There we go.
I've been busting my back just to make a dime, counting down the minutes till I make you mine. You've been shooting little texts and driving me wild. Well, don't bother getting dressed up, you ain't gonna need to. I've been wanting you all day and that's a big issue. Love you, miss you, can't wait to kiss you. I got 16 hours with the pedal down, ain't nothing out here gonna turn me around. I'm on my way to you, tearing up the ground. Yeah, don't bother getting dressed up, you ain't gonna need to. I've been wanting you all day and that's a big issue. Love you, miss you, can't wait to kiss you. With these big bus wheels rolling down the highway, any car ain't in a hurry, better get out of my way. I got a baby at home, she's waiting on me. 5, 4, 3 more states to pass through, won't be much longer until I can get to you. Love you, miss you, can't wait to kiss you. Yeah, I'm back on for a while, but before you know, it's a 2-day drive to another show. Well, don't you worry, baby, I won't be gone too long. No, 'cause these big bus wheels rolling down the highway, any car ain't in a hurry, better get out of my way. I got a baby at home waiting on me. 5, 4, 3 more states to pass through, won't be much longer until I lost your audio, man.
Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. I got a new soundboard on the way, man. It's this thing's going away really soon.
What are you working with?
I'm working with an old like Behringer 2-channel, and the second channel is a
TRS.
yeah.
Quarter inch.
Yes.
I remember those. That was my very first board.
Yeah, I'm getting a Rodecaster Pro 2, so I can eliminate having to have some preamps and stuff like that. So
I've gone through so much gear, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm learning a lot of it, man. I actually joined the production crew at church, and so I actually got to my church. I go to Westmore Community Church, and they have the same state-of-the-art system that Life Church has. So I got to sit back this past Sunday. I got to sit back and behind the stage and watch and start learning how to operate the camera switcher. And the camera switcher's in the other room. Where I was at was was actually the production studio for the music and stuff going on live stream online. Wow. So it was like I was literally learning. Like the guy that's over the production team at church he's a music producer, and he also installs this type of equipment for a living. So I'm learning a lot, man. It's great. But when it's all said and done, I might be able to do music myself. I might be able to. Yeah. I might be a sound engineer before it's all said and done.
Sounds like you're on your way.
Hey, whatever works, man. Whatever I can do to help these musicians, man. I'm here for you guys. So if I can learn something new and help you guys, then that just helps me help y'all. So I'm here for it, man. So we talked a little bit about more of your hobbies. You do Jeeping, obviously off-roading, woodworking, outside of that. And so what, I don't really like that question. I'm not going to ask that one. Which instrument's your favorite? Which instrument's your favorite to play? I know you play the guitar. Do you play any other instruments?
I do. And what's funny is, my favorite is the keyboard or piano. Man,
okay.
So freeing, I guess. So relaxing.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm better at that than I am at the guitar. It's probably not true, but I feel like I can sit down on a piano and play for hours, man.
Any plans on releasing music with one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome,
absolutely. Man. It's actually
what's
funny is the other day, we've been trying to record this song for months, and it wasn't working out. Just we've been playing the song live for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And just wasn't sounding right. Couldn't figure it out. So then last week, actually, I think it was Thursday or Friday, I sat down at the piano and recorded a version of it on the piano and sent it to my producer. And I was like, "What do you think of this?" And he's like, "That's it, man. That's what we've been missing."
That's
like,
awesome.
Right, cool. So we're gonna lean into that, and
that's great, man. That's awesome.
Piano-driven song.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate that. Remember the live gift up here, 100. Once we reach that 100, the top gifter above and beyond that gets the coffee package behind my head. Bag of coffee, coffee cup, and the 3 stickers that you can't.
Amazing coffee if you haven't had it yet. Seriously.
Very good coffee. You guys don't know anything about this coffee. It is veteran owned. And Jeremy don't mind this plug. It is veteran owned. And it is also, he commissions veterans to make money off of his coffee sales. And then at the end of the year, he gives 10% of his entire company proceeds back into veterans. So coffeebean.vet. But as soon as we hit that 100 of the little heart, hey, we're 50%. We're halfway there, guys. Let's go. We hit that 100. The top gifter above and beyond that, Adam Klauser. Welcome in, brother. Welcome in.
That dude's amazing. Y'all go check him out.
Yes.
Seriously, I love watching you.
So since he's in here, man, check it out. So Adam, I went to 2 weeks ago. I went to Oklahoma Opry, and Jeremy was working the soundboard that night. And I went back and shook his hand, hugged his neck, and he was like, "Bro, who's this Adam Klauser guy, man? Like, what's up? What's his story?" And I'm like, he's like such an amazing voice. So just kind of long story short, he was on his way to Idol, and he just recently withdrew.
Don't blame me.
it was it really was him and his manager, which is his fiance actually, and they had come to me, and it was really kind of a group decision. We all talked about it, and they kind of already had their mind made up, but they wanted advice, right? To make sure they were doing the right thing.
Get some validation.
Yeah, absolutely. So I stand behind his decision 100%, and I'll tell everybody that.
You're going to do big things without that show, man. I guarantee you that.
Thank you. It just, that's some positive reinforcement from somebody that's been in it a while, and because he was a little down at first about all the work he'd put into it, but hey, he's gonna make it, man. He's gonna make it. He's too good of a singer not to.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
80% there, guys. Let's go. Keep them gifts coming. I appreciate it. Yeah. So we talked a little bit about your other instruments, the keyboard. That's you learn things about people. I've known you for a long time, and there's just still things I'm learning about you. Just like one of the artists I interviewed a while back, his favorite is the cello. I'm like, what? The cello? That's interesting. You just never know. So
I wish I could play something like that.
There it is, baby, right there. Above and beyond, the top gifter from this point on gets the coffee package. So keep them gifts rolling. The top gifter gets the coffee package.
Get that coffee, Brutus. Stuff good, man. Seriously.
So, what is it about music that makes you feel passionate?
Man, just the life that comes from them. It's a feat, I think, to be able to take a snapshot of something that people go through every day in life, or they've gone through once or whatever, and to write something that means something in 2.5 to 3 minutes.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
It's an art form, and Lord knows I'm not the best at it, but I try my best to make something out of these moments, and it's kind of like like they say, lightning in a bottle. Whenever you get that inspiration, that idea, you're able to put pen to paper, and or these days text on a phone, your notepad or whatever, and for something to come from that, turn it into a song and be able to impact people's lives with it.
Let's go with the hat and mustache. Look at that. So it's funny you say that, because I actually I woke up in the middle of the night a few weeks ago and had a hook in my head, and I texted it to my wife in the middle of the night just so I wouldn't, because I was like, I got to write this down or I'm gonna lose it. So I typed it in a text and sent it to my wife, and the next day I actually wound up for some reason sending it to Wyatt, and then it turned into him and I are working on that together. So
awesome.
yeah, it's great, man. I love
time, because I've got
look at look at a jellyfish. The Elvis thing going on. Let's go, guys. Bring them gifts on. I appreciate it.
It's awesome. I've woken up in the middle of the night many times with a hook.
Yeah.
And thought, this is so good, I'll remember it in the morning, and then I don't.
And you don't,
So
definitely
write them down.
Yeah, you have to, man. I immediately said, like, it came to me like that, and I was like, I reached over and grabbed my phone, all half asleep, and I'm all like, I can't see because I'm 48 years old and blind.
That's awesome.
So, man, that's great stuff.
Fight for the coffee now, huh?
Yeah. We got to fight for it. Let's go. That's some good coffee. It's worth fighting for.
Seriously.
I'd throw down for it. I'm going to have a big old bag of unground here pretty soon. Probably tomorrow.
Nice.
You got it. You got what you got in mind, man. You're picking on your guitar. Let's see what you got.
I think I'll play y'all one that's not released yet, but it'll be I've got a bunch in the pipeline, that we're working on right now. But this is one that I wrote for my wife, sometime this year.
Real quick, Adam says that Danny needs her coffee. I can't handle her without it.
So she drinks coffee for your protection, eh? This one's called The Right One, and it's for anybody really that's ever been in 1, 2, 3, 4, however many relationships that weren't the right one, and then they met the right one, or maybe they're still looking for the right one. So my wife is the right one. I got it right the second time around. So she inspired this song called "The Right One."
Your wife is an amazing person.
She sure is, man. I was spinning in reverses with the one I married. They were coming and going. Then things went sideways, and apparently I was the last one to know it. I was crying when I hit my knees, but now I thank God I've been set free. 'Cause now I've got the right one. Where you been all of my life, one that can't do nothing wrong, one. Yeah, now I got the right one. It makes me glad that I'm alive, one. The one I didn't think I'd find, one. And now you're all mine, one. Yeah, now I got the right one, yeah. I'd swore off marriage, wasn't ever going through that again. That's when you came around, we started talking. Next thing you know, I'm tail spinning. It didn't take long for me to see that I wanted you to marry me. And now I've got the right one. But where you been all of my life, one that can't do nothing wrong, one. Yeah, now I got the right one. It makes me glad that I'm alive, one. The one I didn't think I'd find, one. And now you're all mine, one. Yeah, now I got the right one. And all the ones that didn't work out worked out in the long run. 'Cause now I got the right one. The way you been all of my life, one that can't do nothing wrong, one. Now I got the right one. It makes me glad that I'm alive, one. The one I didn't think I'd find, one. And now you're all mine, one. Yeah, now I got the right one, yeah.
That's amazing, man. You got another songwriter sitting down here going, ooh, that lyric.
Thanks, man. Hey, thank you, Danny.
Yeah, Danny's great people, man. That's Adam's fiance.
Awesome.
Good people. I'm really blessed to have them in my life.
I'd love that, Adam. Let's do it.
What'd he say?
He said we got it right.
Yeah. That'd be great. I'll get with you later. I actually have a little Discord family going on with a lot of artists in it, and we kind of just promote and push each other over there and encourage each other. And there's actually a selection for collaboration too. So if you want in on that,
I'll about Discord, but I'll look it up.
I can send you an invite, man. You can start you one, jump on in there if you want. It's just really kind of a social network kind of thing, but it's an end-to-end encryption kind of thing. So it's private, like it's only who I let in that group,
Nice.
right? So it's pretty nice.
Cool.
Um,
I'm down.
so describe your favorite and your least favorite part of being a musician.
Okay. Well, aside from writing, being on stage and, people having a good time, that is always an indescribable feeling. Even just last night, I played an open mic, which I like to do sometimes because they're super low pressure,
Yeah.
Sit there and have a good time.
Kind of keeps you to the basics too. Keeps you. I think for a musician, it probably kind of keeps you humble a little bit as well.
I think so, man, and it's fun to just I'm in a different state right now than I'm normally in, way on business, and so it's like, why not just try to find a little spot where nobody knows you and and
Yeah.
test your material, see if people
Right.
like you or not.
Yeah.
And so there's something cool about being able to, start a song and immediately if people are connecting with it. So
Yeah, absolutely.
so,
100%.
playing live, getting to do all the fun shows, big and small. That's probably the funnest part. Least favorite is the drives. Oh my gosh, I do not like being on the road for 24 hours. Driving to play a 45-minute set.
Yeah.
And all that comes along with that, man. Just the road maintenance and just literally driving for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite part, being away from the family while we're doing it. But yeah, it's just a grind.
Right on, man. Right on. What do you like most about playing music?
Well, yeah, the experience alone of being able to connect with people giving a dang about your music, that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's like, wow, people give a crap about this song that I wrote.
It's a cool feeling no matter how big the crowd, for your audience to be singing back your songs to you, man.
Exactly.
That's got to be the most exhilarating feeling in the world, like that you've reached that many people that they can connect to that song and know it word for word and sing it back to you, man. That's
it, man.
Yeah.
I think probably every musician just, that's at the top of of the list.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So what's your kind of talk about creativity and everything. So describe your creative process when you write new music. Like, what's that look like for you?
Always starts for me. I know everybody's process is different, but for me, it's always some sort of inspiration. And I, excuse me, I get inspired obviously by life events, but most of the time, like hooks and ideas come to me like when I'm doing something that doesn't require a lot of brain power.
Yeah.
So I'm driving, I'm in the shower, or I'm mowing the lawn or something like that. I think that's just because that's when my mind's free to be creative.
Yeah.
And it's not jumbled up with a bunch of other stuff, or I'm not forcing it. So I'll get an idea, and if it's like something cool enough, I think it's cool enough and worth writing down, I'll write it down in my notes on my phone and then get back to it later, which is kind of cool too, because if it's a decent idea, when I come back to it, it'll still feel like a decent idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes I write stuff down and then later I look at it, I'm like, what was I thinking, man? That's stupid. Then I'll just, if it's a decent
Do you
idea,
keep everything you write down? Even if you go to it later and go, that's stupid, you keep that? Because have you ever gone back to that? That's kind of stupid. Have you ever gone back to that and used it in something?
No.
No.
I have just gone back to it and it's like, yep, still stupid. Oh, man.
If I have any mods in here, can y'all take care of that for me, please?
People are ridiculous, man.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't even know if any of my mods are in here.
Yeah, if there's a decent idea, then then I'll just start. I'll see if I can get a starter going. Like a chorus or a verse, whatever. Just get something going from it, and then I usually at this point I'll call up a co-writer or two and say, hey, what do you think about this song? And we'll put it on the calendar and sit down and write it. So,
thank you, Sarah.
How it goes.
I actually blocked them myself. I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't look to see who was in here, hon. Thank you very much, Sarah. Sarah Beth Brewer is one of the artists I work with as well. Very talented young lady. So guys, grab her up. If you haven't, Jeremy, check her out, man. She's great. So who's your ideal musician to collaborate with and why?
Good question. I think it would have to depend on the end goal. What am I looking for, with that particular musician? Obviously, like dream collabs would, be like Zach Top's my absolute favorite right now. That dude's incredible. So being able to do anything with him would be awesome. Or I really like Luke Combs when we're talking about current people and of course the OGs, George Strait, Alan Jackson.
Yeah.
But I often think about, like, what if I had the opportunity to work with anybody outside of my genre
Yeah.
that I want to work with. And top 2 on my list would be Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Or because she's a powerhouse. She's just incredible.
Yeah.
Or Tori Kelly, because her voice is insane.
That's awesome that you're actually like even considering outside your genre, because I think that speaks volumes for what your artistic ability could become, right?
You never know, man. Of course,
Yeah.
These are all pipeline ideas.
Yeah. But you never know. I mean, you never know. You never know, bro. What skills have you gained that's helped you perform effectively as a musician?
Really just learning how to perform without lyrics or chord charts in front of me, being able to connect with the audience rather than looking at a phone or,
right,
chord charts or whatever. And then, when I'm in charge of production, and it's not an event where, production is provided, just learning how to do that, and being able to pass that information on to whoever's, running sound for me is that's been extremely helpful.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome, man. That's great stuff. I'm going to ask one more question, then I'll let you lead us out with a song. We're approaching 6:00. It's 5 till. Cool. So tell me about your favorite performance in your career. What's your favorite?
Favorite one? That's tough. I've had so many awesome opportunities.
Yeah. It's the one that stands out the most.
Probably just this year I got to go play a music festival in Utah. It was, in the middle of the desert. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Off-road event?
Off-road event.
Nice.
I think last year there was 70,000 people there. I don't know how many was there this year. But those are my people, right? So,
yeah.
We're out there doing exactly what I write about, doing the off-road thing.
Yeah.
Incredible stage. It was sponsored by Monster, so it was just a big stage and incredible sound, and it was a production. It was
nice.
It was the biggest production we've been a part of yet. So it was cool to feel like in some sense that we had made it to a big stage.
Yeah,
it was pretty neat.
That was nice, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That would have been a great show to go to, I'm sure, especially being in Utah.
Go back.
Yeah. I'm sure you will, man. I'm sure you will.
That we might be.
You've kind of got your hooks in the off-road world, man. Like you've set that stage for yourself, man. So, and I commend you for it. It's great. It's and not just being a part of that world, but also the things that you do that's involved in that as well. Like your dad's heavily involved in Wounded for the Willing, or Willing for the Wounded, right? Mm-hmm. Wounded for the Willing. That fell ass backwards. Wounded for the Willing, which is or Willing for the Wounded. I keep wanting to say it backwards. What in the hell? So Willing for the Wounded is a big event that we do every year in Oklahoma. It's at Disney. And your dad's heavily involved in that, right? Yeah. And we actually part of the music video we did at Twin Mountains, you actually had a Willing for the Wounded banner, and you did a little small tribute for that. So, but guys, Jeremy is a very huge supporter of our vets, and his dad's heavily involved in it as well. So, another just a tidbit of information about Jeremy. Well, we got about 3 minutes to the top of the hour, and Jeremy's probably got one more song for us to play us out.
I'd love to.
All right, man. Let's go.
Having me, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one's called That Was a Close One. Man, I heard the news today. Can't say I was surprised. 'Cause when it comes to her, you can bet there'll be trouble in paradise. So let me buy you a beer, and we can talk it out. 'Cause if she done to you what she done to me, we're gonna need a couple rounds. Was it the crazy? Was it the lazy? Oh, buddy, I gotta know. Was it the late nights? Was it the dumb fights? How'd you know it was time to go? I'll bet you're happy now that you got out before the I-do's were done. Hey, 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 man, that was a close one. It could have cost a whole lot more than a couple years and a diamond ring. She could have lawyered up, took your truck plus half of everything. You can take it from me, it wasn't gonna get any better. Words get shorter, nights get longer, and the red flags just get redder. Was it the crazy? Was it the lazy? Oh, buddy, I gotta know. Was it the late nights? Was it the dumb fights? How'd you know it was time to go? I'll bet you're happy now that you got out before the I-do's were done. Hey, 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 man, that was a close one. Now who'd have thought the two of us would end up being friends? I guess we know just what to ask when the next poor guy walks in. Was it the crazy? Was it the lazy? Oh, buddy, we gotta know. Was it the late nights? Was it the dumb fights? How'd you know it was time to go? I'll bet you're happy now that you got out before the I-do's were done. Hey, 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 man, that was a close one. Hey, 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 man, that was a close one.
Hell yeah, man. Adam says this man can't write a bad song, bro. Let's go. I'm really,
some bad ones. Let me tell you.
I'm digging the mutual respect though, man.
Thank you.
Just knowing what you've said about Adam and then him coming in and saying how much he's enjoying this.
We
So
got another one in here, Levi Walker.
yeah.
Y'all need to check him out too if y'all ain't heard of him.
Yeah, definitely 100%. So, but man, Jeremy, as you were singing, man, I was remembering. God, we both come a long way since then. But I remember sitting at the City of Moore, Oklahoma farmers market, cheering on my dude right here. He's playing at the farmers market, and I've got my TikTok live, and I'm recording and. Like, I'm just out there supporting my brother. Like, it just brought back some memories, man, just sitting here listening to you play tonight, man, because I haven't you know me, dude. I like those intimate settings, man. I love acoustic. I love those intimate settings and everything. So I'm totally here for it. So this definitely brought back some memories, man. So I appreciate you coming in, brother. I thank you for what you do in this industry. I thank you for just, I respect you for your humbleness and your family demeanor, and obviously your off-road antics. So, but yeah, it goes without saying, guys. You can see the smile on my face. I love this dude like a brother, and I will always stand behind him and support him no matter what he's doing. So,
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you coming in, man, and celebrating Men's Health Awareness, sharing some of your music and some of your story. And getting a little bit more deeper in interviews than we normally do. You shared some personal stuff, and I appreciate that, man. And I'm sure our listeners do too. So, all right, brother, man. Signing off. Have a great night, guys. The top gifter is going to get that coffee. You got just a few seconds to grab up those gifts, and we're going to end this thing, man. Let's go, Jeremy. I appreciate you, brother. Love you. God bless. I'll send you a text, man, and let you know what's going on. I got some big things I need to tell you about.
Sounds good. Y'all take care.
All right, brother.
See ya.
We'll see you. Guys, last chance right now. Here we go. 5, 4. By the time I get to 1, we need to get them gifts up. The top gifter above and beyond my goal that I already hit gets this coffee package right here. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's done.